What's good, everybody? Now, for whatever reason, people on the internet don't like when people make a change for the better. They start, I don't know, they start disrespecting them. They start not really believing in them. They don't want to support them no more. It's kind of strange behavior to me. Because when somebody crashing out and doing bad, y'all all for it. Y'all want to see the trauma. Y'all want to see, them ruin their lives. But as soon as somebody trying to be better, do different, promote different things, practice different things, and actually improve their own quality of life as well as their own mentality, their own circumstance, all of a sudden, don't nobody want to watch that. All of a sudden, they want to start calling people names, saying that they fake, saying that they done switched up. When, bro, evolution is a real thing. Evolution don't mean, going from an ape to a human being. Evolution is just the process of change, regardless if that's change for better or change for worse. The process of change is evolution. But for whatever reason, y'all talk down on evolution when it's in the positive direction. Y'all want to see evolution when it's in the negative direction. Y'all want to see people change when, I don't know. It don't matter if you win. It don't matter which direction you go, honestly. Because now that I'm thinking about it, it don't matter if you change yourself for the better or change yourself for the worse. People gonna talk about you. So at this point, just do what's best for you. Because you got people like Rakai that go doing stuff he really don't need to be doing. And people talk about him. And then you got people like Cenat, which was what we about to talk about today, who trying to do something better, who trying to be different. I don't know. We'll see. Let's check it out.
What's good, y'all? It's Cameron here, and as y'all can see, low cut. Yo, hide your girl, hide your wives. I've said it so many times.
My man said low cut with no edge up in sight. I don't care. You see my hair. I ain't had an edge up. I ain't had a line up in years. And really and truly, I haven't had a line up since I started growing my locks. And that's solely because I don't need this being pushed back to where now I start losing these locks I got up front. I don't need them problems. I don't want them problems. I don't want my hairline start going back. So only thing I've ever trimmed up is beard on the side. Like coming down right here, sideburns. Like I ain't even up here. I don't even mess with this. I don't even mess with this. That's a lock right there. I don't even mess with that. All I mess with is from about right here. Move, lock. From about right here on down. But that's beyond the point. That's beyond the point. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just brought it up. He started talking about his haircut. So I was like, how you talking about a haircut, but you skipped the lineup part? If I still had my little fro or whatever I had going on, my curls and whatever, I would have a line. But nah, ain't there yet. I might cut these soon. We'll see. We'll see.
Ever since I got this cut, I see every single comment, and y'all be glazing me, saying that I'm the most attractive man alive. I appreciate y'all. I feel it, bro. I feel it. And I'm never putting the do-rag back on because of that. I appreciate y'all a lot. Also saw somebody ask, what are these cords over here? Those are my Ethernet cables for my PC and my PlayStation. That being said, the internet is once again hating on Cenat for, in my opinion, absolutely no reason at all. I feel like the Kai hate is getting so old. I understand if you don't like his content because, his content isn't for everyone, which is completely understandable, right? If you just don't like it, that's fine. But I swear, anytime this man Kai breathes, he just gets the most hate. Everything this man Cenat does is put under a microscope and analyze and just nitpick. A few videos ago, I talked about the situation where Kai opened up on why he took a hiatus from streaming and social media. At the Streamer Awards, he talked about how he was going through some mental struggles and that's why he hasn't been streaming. Then he also decided to drop this other video video on his birthday. And the gist of it was him saying that he was dealing with a lot of self-doubt and being fearful when trying to achieve some goals, which is completely normal, by the way. I feel like we all deal with that on a daily basis. And mind you, he never said he was depressed or anything. But since a lot of people read captions instead of watching videos, they just assume that's what he said because they saw the big caption, Kai Cenat opens up about mental struggles, when it's like, the dude never said he was depressed. But a lot of people online just got on his head saying, how do you have mental issues? You're rich. How are you depressed? You can't be depressed and rich. But
First of all, you can 100% be depressed and rich. Depression is not a state of being broke. It's not a state of being rich. Being depressed, struggling has nothing to do with how much money you make. It don't. It really don't. It's the pressure that you put on yourself, regardless. Now, typically, is that financial pressure? Sometimes. But that could also be pressure of entertaining your crowd. That could be the pressure of making sure your subscribers and whoever's following you is fulfilled. That could be the pressures of trying to date somebody and it ain't going well. That could be the pressures of trying to be a good father and your kids don't like you. There's a lot of pressures out there. But best believe there are some happy people that are broke. So there can be some depressed people that are rich. How you feel about yourself has nothing to do with how much money you make. It's a collection of everything. From how you take care of yourself, mentally and physically. You got happy people that's a bit overweight. You got sad people that's skinny because they're trying to gain some weight. It's all about your own perspective and how you view yourself and the things you want to achieve in this life, in this world. It has nothing to do with funds. Now, the ones that saying that is probably ones that's broke themselves, so they don't understand that somebody with money can be struggling. But the thing is, guess what? If you got money, you might struggle too. Just because your current struggle is due to a lack of money doesn't mean that when you get it, you're not going to struggle. Because now you got to struggle with everybody asking you for some and then telling them no. And then them probably making you feel like crap because you ain't trying to give up what you done worked hard for as a handout. Like they just asking for it and you just giving it to them. You giving them funds and they don't know what to do with it. And then they go blow it. They go buy something they don't need to buy that they can't upkeep. Now they expecting you to upkeep it because you got the money. You the rich person. You the rich dude in the family. So why you can't buy me a house? You the rich dude in the family. You done bought me this house. I can't afford the light bill. Why you can't Why you can't pay for the lights? Why you can't pay for the water? Why you can't buy me a nice car? Why you can't put gas in it? Why you can't do the maintenance on it? Or pay for somebody to do the maintenance on it? So it don't matter how much money you make. Everybody got problems. And everybody got their own problems that they got to deal with that nobody else can deal with for them. So depression, regardless if Kai is depressed or not, depression is a state of mind. It's not a state of situation. I'm going to just leave it at that. Just because you sad because you broke don't mean he not sad because he not broke. He can be sad and not be broke. Two things can coexist at the same time.
I've said it once and I'll say it again because I truly believe in this. Money doesn't buy happiness. There's many rich people out there that off themselves even though they have loads of money. Just because all of your problems link to money, that doesn't mean that once you have money, you won't have.
Oh, look, he said the same thing. And no, I haven't seen this video already. I look shiny. I want to change. I want to change this light. I don't like this light. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, Lee, I was glistening for a second.
Have any
I'm over here glistening. I'm like, what is happening? I look bright on this camera.
more problems. Sure, you might be stressed because of the bills, and if you didn't have those bills, you would be happier, but I promise you, more problems will spawn after that, unfortunately. But a lot of people don't see that because a lot of people don't see Kai as a human. They just see him as an entertainer on social media, a content clown. So their brain just doesn't connect the dots when he's on the internet opening up about his mental struggles. But after that, Kai then went online to talk about how he started reading and watching anime, and this has helped him through these mental struggles. And people started clowning him once again because in the past he made jokes about anime, like this skit right here. It's not him making fun of it. He's just making a quick little joke. And the caption says anime characters be dragging it. Like, what's wrong with this? It'd be...
On top of that, I watch anime too. And the part that I resonate most with it is that it's the fact that they overcome whatever the challenge is. It ain't just... And it ain't about being rich. It ain't about money. It ain't about none of this what the red pill be talking about. It ain't about having a bunch of women. It ain't about having the fastest cars. It ain't about having nothing tangible. It's always about being better than who you currently are. From Dragon Ball Z to Naruto to Solo Leveling to Demon Slayer, all of these is about being a better version of who you are. Making tomorrow better than yesterday. Being the best that you can be currently. Not just working towards being something in the future and then stressing about how you're not there yet. It's about accepting and loving yourself today. And then making choices and decisions that will better yourself tomorrow. One of my favorite animes that I'm mad is not finna have another season is Solo Leveling. Because, don't get me wrong, he 100% accomplished everything he was trying to accomplish. But the thing about that show is this. Bro was like the lowest of the low. Bro was considered a person that had powers, but his powers basically was weaker than a regular human being. A regular human being would have had a better chance in some of these dungeons than he had in these dungeons. But what ended up happening was, you can call it an awakening, you can call it a rebirth, but he became basically the only person on the planet that was able to level up. Everybody else, they got their superpower, and that power is as good as that power is gonna be. It don't matter how hard they train. It don't matter it don't matter what they do. That superpower is the best it's ever gonna be. But when he had his reawakening, his rebirth moment, it was basically, if you ain't seen it, go see it. Or it's like playing a video game. You got your character, think of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, think of any kind of MMO, think of Red Dead Redemption. Any of those games where your player has skills and attributes that all you got to do is complete certain tasks to grow and develop that skill, to increase that attribute. 2K. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people, I don't know if people still play 2K. They ain't played 2K in years. But 2K, Madden, all these skills and attributes that you could level up. But in order to level up, what you got to do? You got to gain XP. You got to gain credits. Now, how do you gain those credits? You go do things. You complete tasks. You complete these missions, things like that, whatever the case is. But what Solo Leveling does is it takes that and it introduces that to a real, in a sense, real life character. Like, I saw myself as the main character in Solo Leveling. His name escapes me right now. I'm not going to sit here and think about it too much because I want this video to progress and move forward. But think of it like yourself. You want to live healthier. You want to be more active. You want to have the body that you want to have, that you can picture yourself having. That stuff don't happen overnight. Sure, if you had money, you can go be BBL Drizzy over here. Sure, you can pay somebody or just get Ozempic or whatever. But just because you look healthy doesn't mean you are healthy. And so if you want to have that six pack, what you got to do? You got to do some ab workouts. But what else do you have to do? You got to learn how to do those ab workouts. So these are steps in the process to your own evolution. You want to bulk up. That means you got to eat different. You can't just eat McDonald's. You can't just eat junk food and just solely take on carbs. You might need some vegetables too. You're gonna need some protein for sure. But on top of that, you can't just eat and then not work out. You can't have all these calories and energy, because then what your body's gonna do is gonna store it. So then it's gonna store it in your fat cells. I don't have fat cells for whatever reason. My metabolism too high, whatever the case is. I be too active. I don't eat enough. You can say whatever you want to say. I promise you I eat good. I just finished eating before making this video. Whoops. About to drop my bowl. Just ate. And that mug was power high. Some mashed potatoes and some stew my girl cooked. Delicious. But you got to do certain things. So when he had his rebirth moment, every so often there were quests he had to complete. Run 10 kilometers, do 100 push-ups, do 100 squats on some One Punch Man type stuff. But it's not just One Punch Man from the point of his strongest. It was One Punch Man at the part where he was doing the work to get to One Punch Man, in a sense. So he ran that 10K, and then if he didn't run the 10K, he would go to the punishment dimension, which is where he would have to survive for however long time. And to me, that just seems like that moment of regret, where you had the opportunity to do something that can make you better, but you chose not to do it. Now you sitting in that regret and despair and what if I had done it kind of thought process. So anime, for a lot of reasons, is great to watch. They still have morals to the story. There are still things you can learn and then implement in your own life when it comes to anime. Unlike a lot of these movies, all these movies having happy endings or whatever. Sure, it has a happy end, but the happy ending ain't coming right now. You gotta wait for that happy ending. You still gotta exercise patience. You still gotta exercise virtue and due diligence and overcoming obstacles and being disciplined and continuing through. It's not just a hour and a half movie and then you win. No, that's not how life works. So I really appreciate Solo Leveling because it opened my eyes a little bit. It showed me that, all right, you want to be 150, 165? These are some of the things you might have to do. You want to live a healthier lifestyle? These are some things you want to do. You want to quit smoking? These are some things that you're going to have to do. And rather than just saying, this is where I want to be, now I can actually assign myself quests. Today, I'm going to do 50 pull-ups. Different variations from wide grip to majority back to majority chest and biceps and lats or whatever the case is. I want to do 100 squats, regardless if that's single leg, regardless if it's double leg, regardless if it's weighted. I want to do 100 push-ups, regardless if that's flat, closed grip, open grip, incline, vertical, where I'm on a headstand. I set myself quests, and then I complete them. And then that gives me a sense of completion. And through completing it, just completing it, I don't have to go all out. I don't have to go super hard today. I just need to do something. And in doing something, that's a small success. And I can be grateful for that. I can be grateful and appreciative that I did something today, that I accomplished something today that helps me get to where I want to be. Regardless if that's working on these RC cars right here next to me. I don't even know if y'all can see these for real. Y'all probably saw this on one of my last videos. 3D printed body. Cut these panels out of cans. Drill some holes, screw them on like this. I tried to make chains, but the chains didn't turn out how I wanted them to. You can kind of see those little rings right there. I just cut that off with some wire. But drilled the holes, put the screws in, built this from scratch. Got the components, It made it happen. With this truck, yeah, I bought it brand new, but I done swapped out every component on this truck. Probably can't even see it. This truck right here. I'm not gonna mess with it because it's hooked up to a trailer and some more stuff, so I ain't even gonna mess with it. But this truck right there. Zoom in on. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me go to it. Boom. This truck right here. It looks old and rusty. That's because it's been painted like that. A friend of mine did that, and guess what? He didn't know how to do that before he tried. He just did it. And then you do it again, and you make it better. And then you do it again, and you make it better. And you do it again, and you make it better. You do it again. So, stuff like this is gonna be on one of my other channels, on the CJ Life channel. That's where I do to kind of build this stuff. I don't have a lot of videos on it yet, but that's CJ Life channel. That'll be majority of that stuff. Then you want to see me drive it, go to the real CJ Motors. Same thing when I start working on these go-karts, when I start doing this, I got a whole bunch of projects. I got ADHD, so it's a bunch of stuff I like doing. And it has to do with creating, talking, teaching a little bit, but I'm not good in social situations. I don't like standing in front of crowds. I don't like being in front of a classroom, which is why I'm in front of this camera. This is my outlet. This is a way where I can share my experience, the things that I do, the way that I think with the world, hopefully to inspire somebody else to do what they feel they need to be doing and do the things that they want to be doing. This is my platform to be able to teach, to inspire, to motivate, to just say that you're worth it and you're worthy of it. So get out there and accomplish it. Set your quest. It ain't got to be nothing big. It ain't got to be make $1,000. You can start off small. Just make $10 today. Just make $10 today. Make $20, whatever, $50, and then just let it grow. But if you got a job and you getting paid $10 an hour, cool. You work 8 hours, you get made $80. Now I challenge you to figure out how to make an extra $20 on top of that, outside of whatever job you got. Doing something that you want to do. Something that you would appreciate. And if you would just appreciate leveling up at your job, cool, then do that. But you're worth it and you're worthy of it. I don't want to keep talking too long because this video will be super long if I let that happen. Because how long I did this? See, we already been here 20 minutes. It still got 15-minute video to go through. Like, come on, man. See, this is what I be talking about. I be talking too much. But like I said, man, I don't even remember for real. My mind just keep going. Anyway, get back to it. Oh, yeah. Long story short. Number 1, money don't buy happiness. Freedom does. Figure out how you can be free. Number 2, anime got a lot of stories to tell and a lot of things that you can implement in your real life. Number 3, set your quest to complete your mission. Get to it. Because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get. And the harder it gets, the more it's going to sit on your mental. And the more it sits on your mental, the more paralyzed you're going to feel. I know that from experience. That's why I started doing these videos. That's why sometimes I just take a break. And the good thing about YouTube is that when you make a video, YouTube is something where I don't have to necessarily sit here all day, every day for it to pay me. Is it paying me right now? No, it is not. But eventually, I believe I can get there. And with that, that can help bring some freedom for me to be able to do the things that I want to do, for me to be able to develop the land, help my dad out, help my grandma out, and really do things in a way where I don't have to keep sacrificing my time and energy away from family for somebody else doing what they want me to do. This is a way that eventually I can have my time back, potentially, if y'all deem this content worthy enough. But I can't be sitting here, what if? My production ain't the best. I got a little bit of stuff in the background. If y'all saw my earlier videos, this stuff wasn't even in the background. I just started making videos, and then I started doing the background. Camera not the best, don't have the best quality. But it is what it is, and it's what I got right now, and I'm grateful for it. So with the tools that I have right now, I can do something. So my quest for the time being has been record a video, post a video. Eventually, when I get to that point, one of these next quests is going to be improve your setup. Regardless if that's actually getting a desktop, because I'm on a laptop right now. Regardless if that's actually getting a desktop, regardless if that's upgrading the camera, really getting a microphone so I ain't got to sit with these headphones for real and talk through this mic, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of background noise and static that comes through this thing. But long story short, don't give up on yourself. Figure out what you want to do, and even if you don't know, work towards something you enjoy. I don't know what I want to do, but I like doing this right here, so I do it. I like building these RC cars, so I do it. I like messing with drones, so I do it. I like flying right now, simulator. I like driving right now, simulator. But eventually, I'll have a project car, and then y'all be seeing me really drift and race up and down the country roads. Eventually, y'all be seeing me, on the flight simulator once I get the capture card and everything, so I connect it through the PlayStation. And then you'll see me with my pilot's license and actually doing some little private flights or whatever. Regardless if that's airplane or helicopter, probably both. You're gonna see some footage that I get whenever I'm shooting with my drones. Whatever the case is. It's a lot I want to do, but I got one day at a time. And each day to make one step towards it. You ain't gotta make a huge leap. I ain't gotta make 10 steps, 100 steps. I can make the steps that I have available. And if I'm working, I might not even make steps that day. If I gotta go to work, I might come home and relax a little bit. But on that day off, that's when that quest pop up. And I can say, I can do this, this, and this. These are the things I want to accomplish today. And then if I don't accomplish them, and I try to push them off until tomorrow, and then something else come up tomorrow, then they get pushed off again, they get pushed off again. Don't wait. The time is now. So do what you got to do to be where you want to be. That's all I gotta say. Let me get into this video.
Different if this man was saying anime is trash and it's the worst thing ever, but that's not what he's doing. He just made a little skit. And also on stream, Kai even had moments where he didn't really know much about anime, and he kind of acted like he was getting into it / already into it. And a lot of people brought these clips up saying, how can you say that you're into anime when in the past you said Pokemon was in the big 3?
What's up? Check, what's big 3? Hey, what's big 3?
Let me say it right now. Dragon Ball, Naruto,
Hype dream.
Pokemon. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and Pokemon.
Why is Pokemon not
On in the big.
them the 3 I grew up on? If y'all consider Pokemon an anime, well, excuse me, but I'm pretty sure Pokemon is definitely an anime.
3, that's a blunder, Kai. That's a huge blunder. But this clip is all the way back. I'm pretty sure this is the first AMP house. So
Don't you have Pokemon cards in the back of it? Nah, they look like Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what that is. But Pokemon is anime, right? If it ain't, correct me in the comments below.
this is like 2021. You can change a lot within 4 to 5 years, believe it or not. There was also this clip where Kai said that Invincible is an anime that he's going to get into, which even I don't watch anime that much. I love Invincible though, as y'all can see the Omni-Man and the Invincible in the back. But Invincible is not an anime. Like this is a crazy clip.
I think the first anime I'm ever gonna get into, I watched Death Note, but the first one I'm really gonna get into that like I could watch all the seasons is gonna be Invincible.
That's what it's called, right? Invincible?
Which maybe he was LARPing back in the day. Maybe. But honestly, in my opinion, who cares? That was years ago. He's not LARPing now, and he's a changed man from what it looks like. He put out a bunch of tweets talking about Naruto and how much he likes it. Like, what is wrong with that? Yeah, he didn't really know much in the past about anime, but in the present, like, that doesn't really matter. There was also this tweet, which a lot of people made fun of him for this, saying, I used to think anime was weird and think it was just a cartoon, but it has helped me build way more courage than I ever had before. The second season. Naruto is a prime example of someone who truly believes in chasing your dreams, following your heart, and never giving up. This is hands down my personal favorite right now. This show teaches you so much lessons on how important friendship is, helping others, consistency, and being a morally good person. This scene really got me. Low-key, everyone in Naruto is going through something behind closed doors, but is trying to hide it in some way, which a lot of people say about anime. Many gym goers, they started going to the gym because of anime. Yet, for some reason, Kai is getting clowned for saying that anime motivates him, all because he did.
Man, if you follow me on Facebook, I promise you, you will, if you go down my timeline, you will 100% see a post that said I would 100% be in gyms more often, going way harder if they played anime on the TV screens. Majority of the time, I got my pull-up bar and I got my weights in here. I got my weights, I got a kettlebell, and I got this belt. So when I'm doing pull-ups or I'm doing push-ups, I put the weight on the belt, weighted push-ups, weighted pull-ups. And I do the curls, I do triceps, I do whatever I need to do. But I'm typically doing it watching anime. Especially animes like Baki, especially animes like King and Ashura, especially animes like Solo Leveling. Them type of animes, oh yeah, I'm going hard. Hard in the paint.
Didn't know what the big three of anime
like a crash dummy
was a few years ago. Like, it's just so stupid. This man broke up with his girl, stopped streaming, all this stuff. Why are people surprised that this is a new Kai Cenat and not the one that they're used to? He's a new man. And recently, Kai dropped a 21-minute video going more in depth on his hiatus and what's to come next, talking about his upcoming clothing brand, Vivette, showing how he's really invested into fashion. I mean, the man was in Italy making jeans, talking to Law Roach, talking to Burberry Airy, talking about what was on his mind. And at the end of this video, he plugged a channel called Kai's Mind, where he uploads these raw and real videos of him trying to get better at reading, having conversations, working out, and just showing into the mind of Kai. And for some reason, he's getting hate for that as well. People are calling it performative because it's being recorded. Why not just do all these things in silence? Which I understand to a certain extent, right? There's many people out there on social media that'll record themselves working out and reading when the whole time they don't really do that. They're just doing it to look good on the internet. But I don't think Kai is. I genuinely don't think he is. And I honestly see no problem with him posting it. And I could be wrong. I feel like it'd be different if in the future he just reverts back to his old ways and we don't see any growth. But as of now, I think we're seeing a new Kai Cenat. So I see no problem with this, and I think it will continue. But if...
And also, when you going through these changes, similar to me, same reason I record these, same reason I talk to y'all. When you go through these changes, sometimes it's beneficial to, number one, know that you're not alone. There was a comment on my video that and it wasn't even about the video, that it wasn't even the video part that they liked. It was my response and the little tangent that I went on within the video, which is why they subscribed. That's the reason that they decided to subscribe and continue watching the content that I put out, because they appreciate me, not just the video itself. They appreciate me in the video. And so when you're going through these things, when you're going through these changes, it's always good to have a community with you. Human beings are not built to be alone. We meant to be together, a community. Evolution has gotten us to that point. That's why we have these big cities. That's why we have countries. That's why we have states. That's why you have different cultures, because we are meant to be together. So posting the changes and that you're going in, the evolution that you're going through, number one, builds a community in that. But also, number two, it has the chance to motivate somebody else that could be going through something similar, to help them through whatever they're going through. So I don't blame him, man. Make reading the book cool, bro. You got people out here trying to flash jewelry, flashing guns, talking about robbing, stealing, shooting. Make reading the book cool, bro. We need that. It's a lot of ignorance in the world right now because everybody want to chase clout. Everybody want to chase a bag. Everybody want to hustle. The hustle starts here. Read a book, man. I'm reading. I got all these books right here. Going through them. People want to hold stacks of money today. Man, I'm about to hold a bookshelf to my head, bro. Read a book, man. Read a book. 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 Yeah, I don't know if you want to read this book. This book different. I'm gonna just put that back. But read a book, man. I got two books in there on ADHD that I'm reading right now. Well, I'm only reading one of them. I'm not finna overload myself. So I'm reading one right now, but I got another book right behind it to get ready. And don't just read a book. Right here next to my books, you know what I got? Notepads. Write. Read, write, man. That's the ancient way of communicating. I just got ideas. You probably can't even see it. I'm not really finna show y'all in depth. But ideas, bro. Stuff that 100% can take off. Don't just keep it in your head. Make it tangible. Excuse me. Don't just keep it in your head. Make it tangible. Feed your mind and then release your mind. And that's something today. It's like we try to make it so not cool. Oh, you a nerd. No, I'm not a nerd. Well, yeah, I am a nerd. Don't get me wrong. But who said it's not cool to be a nerd? You think I want to be in the streets and be broke all day, all the rest of my life? You think I want to be the father that can't take care of my kids? Because I wanted to be a thug? Or a gangbanger? Or I messed around and got arrested and now I got to spend the rest of my life in jail? Or I did the wrong thing and I'm dead? Nah, bro. I'm trying to be a good father to my kids. And a good mentor to the ones that ain't got fathers. Because I know too many people from the hood that I grew up in that ain't here no more. Number one, I don't want to be like them. Number two, I don't want to see other people be like them. I don't want to see nobody 6 feet under and they 16. They ain't even make it to 16 yet. They ain't even get a chance to see adulthood. And they already gone. I don't want to see that. So I'm just doing what I can do to make the world a better place. That's literally it. One book at a time, one note at a time, one video at a time. This video gonna mess around and be 40 minutes long. Oh, we already at 40 minutes. My bad. Look, if you done made it this far in the video, I'm gonna just say thank you. I really appreciate you. Number one, actually listening and engaging with me in this moment. I also want to say thank you because if you made it this far, then that just goes to show that you actually appreciate the type of content as well as the quality, the current quality of content that I'm bringing forth. It's not just some instant gratification whoop-de-doo. It ain't just, I don't know, it ain't just something you just breeze by. You just swipe through. You just click through. It's something you actually hear me talking to you. You're actually choosing to connect with me on a deeper level than just the surface. On a deeper level than just reacting to some video. but really choosing to make life better. So, man, pick up a book. Books are cool. Books are cool. Learning is cool. Educating yourself is cool. Empowering yourself is cool. Making yourself better is cool. Evolving is cool. There ain't nothing wrong with making yourself a better human being. Regardless if it's for yourself, regardless if it's for your friends, regardless if it's for your kids. You making yourself better. There's never been a problem with that. So thank you. Now I'm gonna try to get through this video.
If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. And if you disagree with me, then you're right. I don't really think it's a gimmick though right now. I feel like the man is just trying to improve himself and he wanted to just log his progress. So he made a channel for it, which many people do. And I feel like the funniest thing is if Kai would have just came back talking different with a clothing brand and nobody knew what he was up to, people would still hate. Like, I feel like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. And it just sucks overall.
Man, that's the thing. It don't matter if you evolve for the better or evolve for the worse. People gonna talk about you. It literally don't matter. Cenat is literally trying to make himself a better person. People are talking about him. Rakai doing crash dummy stuff. People are talking about him. It don't matter. It don't matter. Do what you think is best for you. If you want to do what's best for you to become the person you want to be. I'm going to just say that right there. If you want to be a piece of crap, then guess what? Be a piece of crap. That don't mean people going to like you. But if you want to be a good human being, guess what? Be a good human being. That don't mean everybody going to like you. But do the things you would appreciate doing. Do the things, not just you would appreciate doing. Do the things that you in 5 years would appreciate what you have done. If Cenat in 5 years would appreciate having a clothing line, would appreciate being a producer or a voice actor in the anime, then Cenat today is going to make the decisions for that to happen. Do it. Just do it. All right.
Now, what you're about to see is a clip of Kai reading from his Kai's Mind channel. And a lot of people clowned him for this because he kept having to look up words while reading, which is something normal that you should do when reading so you know what a word is instead of just skipping over it. Cenat kept having to look up what certain words meant during his reading journey to become a better speaker.
Spontaneous. How do I pronounce that? Oftentimes when I don't know what a word is pronounced, I get to look at how it's pronounced and what it even means.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity. The condition of being spontaneous. Spontaneity.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity. Spontaneity of life. Hardly such questions set up a false what does that mean?
Which once again, like I said, this is how you learn. I mean, if you're reading and you don't know what a word is, look it up. Like that's something completely normal. But I wouldn't expect a Twitter page known to hate on other streamers to know that. I don't understand. What did people want him to do? Did they just want him to skip over the word, acting like he knows what it is, and use it every day in the wrong way, like people do on TikTok all the time? Like, this is just stupid. I don't know. I feel like they're just hating just to hate. And also, this is one of the most influential streamers in the world reading, yet y'all are mad at that. There's definitely going to be more people reading because of this. And so what if it's because of Cenat? I know a lot of y'all are going to think it's corny if somebody says, oh yeah, I started reading more because I saw Cenat reading. But like, let's be so real here. There's so many people in the world who don't even read at all. So if somebody started reading because of Kai, who cares? It's a good habit. At least it's not more people gambling or doing drugs or being a public nuisance.
Man, I'm saying, bro, you got so many people out here gambling because Drake or Aiden Ross or whoever started gambling. But as soon as somebody start doing better practices, y'all want to get mad? Like, that's wild work to me. I ain't gonna lie. I might end up just because I want a reason to read more. Because I don't like reading for real. Doesn't mean I don't. I just don't like it. It's boring. It doesn't stimulate my mind for real. Unless I'm really curious about the topic. Now these books here, I wasn't really curious. I just needed to do something different. But the books that I'm reading right now, I'm actually curious, and I appreciate the way that they're written, because it's helping me on my own little mental journey that I'm going through right now. So, I don't know what y'all think. I don't care what y'all think. I just want to hear your opinion. Your opinion ain't finna change my decision. But what y'all think? If I had a Spotify of me just reading books, or if I had like the real CJ Reads channel where we literally just read books for an hour a day. Each video is an hour long. Would y'all want that? I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna add the video in the description. So I'm asking if you would appreciate it, to see if you would appreciate it. I'm not asking if you would appreciate it to see if I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just asking if you would appreciate it. So stay tuned, especially if you got ADHD like I do. Especially if you got ADHD. Don't deny it. Take pride in it. Understand it. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Because for the longest time, I've always thought that, I was a failure. I wasn't going to amount to nothing. But that's because of my parents and how they deem me not being able to concentrate on one specific thing. I ain't even going to say on one specific thing. On the things that they want me to concentrate on. The things I'm interested in, I'm great at. The things that I'm interested in, I do well at, and I focus on it, and I can concentrate on it for extended periods of time. But the things they want me to concentrate on is where I have struggles. And because of that, it's hard for me to be confident in myself. This is just me being vulnerable right now. It's hard for me to be confident in myself. It's hard for me to not second guess the things that I want to do. Because as soon as it's something I want to do and it's something that I'm interested in, I automatically kind of feel like I ain't going to be good at that. What if I fail? What if I blase? But now I'm trying to kind of retrain myself to, okay, what if I succeed? If I did a good job, if I did great and I excelled at it, what would that look like? So, yeah. I done been to multiple colleges. I have yet to have a degree. I done studied a bunch of things. I really don't have a certificate. And the first time I just got a certificate, the first time I actually saw something through, I just now got a certificate. And it's operating heavy equipment. And I'm happy for myself. I'm proud of myself for that. But the problem is, I want to operate heavy machinery for the things I want to do. That don't mean I want to work at a construction job. Does not mean I want to work at a longer job. I like operating heavy equipment because I like the things I can do with knowing how to operate heavy equipment. I like the things I can do from learning how to do plumbing. That don't mean I want to be a plumber. I like the things that I can do from knowing how to work on cars, knowing how to work on vehicles. That does not necessarily mean I want to do that as a 9 to 5. So it's different. I learned these skills because I like the skills. That does not mean I want a career in that field. And because of that, a lot of the time I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm not making progress. I feel like I'm inadequate. But the truth is, and what I'm learning from therapy, from the books that I'm reading, is that I'm amazing in my own way. I just got to figure out what way that is. And that's why we're here on YouTube. That's why I have as many channels as I have, because there are so many different things I like doing. From reacting to these videos, to be able to talk to people, teach people, inspire people, enlighten people, to building these RC cars, working on robotics, working on drones, working on go-karts, driving tractors, driving skid steers, driving heavy machinery, excavators, racing cars, regardless if it's a go-kart, regardless if it's my Lexus I got outside, regardless if it's this racing sim I got right here next to me that y'all really can't see. I just like doing a lot. And I'm trying to figure out how can I do these things while also being financially stable to be able to provide for my family. And that's all I want. That's all I want.
Because they're favorite streamer and content creator. I find it so crazy because people had so much to say about Kai's content, calling it trash and degenerate. Yet when he's now reading, everyone's still laughing at him. Once again, it's just damned if you do, damned if you don't. Here's another one that people have been calling performative. Kai has really fell in love with reading as he kept going after his timer went off.
Creating and implementation intention is a strategy you can use. You can use pair a new habit with a specific time and location. The implementation intention formula is I will behavior and time and location. Habit stacking is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a current habit. The habit stacking formula is after current habit, I will new habit, and that is time. Company 123, December 24th. I am reading to articulate myself better for the future. See y'all next time.
Hey, shout out to Cenat, for real though. But that's what happens when you start doing things to make you better. You kind of get interested in it. Like I said, I'm not a reader. I don't necessarily like to read. I don't necessarily like to write. I'm not big on journaling, but I like jotting down the ideas that come across, that go through my head. I like putting it on paper. I like being able to come back to it. I like I like taking it, adding the next step to it. All right, I wrote it down. Now, how do I actually implement this? Okay. I done read 10 pages, but now I'm kind of interested in what's going on. So now I'm going to read 11. All right. Then I read 12. Then I read 13. Then I read 14. And it's like, all right, now I got something to do real quick. Let me just finish this chapter. And then I'm going to get up and do the dishes. Like when you start practicing new habits, you start developing new habits. So, man, shout out to Kai, bro.
Really don't see a problem with it. I genuinely don't. The man is reading. He's trying to articulate himself better from reading. There's no problem with it. Yeah, he's posting it online, but hey, this is going to influence more people to read. I'm completely fine with it. I hate on so much stuff on this channel, but I'm completely fine with this.
There's no way y'all about to hop on this app and try to make people feel bad because we making fun of Kai Cenat because he can't read. The nigga is 24 years old. And he don't know how to fucking read.
He knows how to read. He's just trying to articulate himself better, so he's just reading more. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
I don't think he know what he's talking about. You clearly saw him reading. He just looks up the words he doesn't know. And you're gonna come across words you don't know. There are plenty of words in all these books I just showed you that I have no idea what they were until I looked them up.
I don't know if y'all remember this dude from the last video that I made on like Kai opening up and stuff. But this dude was hating on Kai. This dude is just a certified Kai hater. I think that's just what it is. This was one of the people that was saying that Kai can't have mental struggles because he was rich. Which like, I'm like, this dude is just dumb. Like, I hate to just insult him like that, but he's just giving me that vibe.
He was admitted to a university. He went to college and dropped out. And the nigga don't know how to fucking read, dog. That's hilarious. Y'all are not about to make niggas feel bad for this shit. He's the one who set up the camera. We're not in Kai's business. That nigga showing us all his business. If he was really working on bettering himself, he would do that shit off cam.
Why does it matter if you're doing it on camera or off cam? Why does that matter? You can't better yourself while doing it on camera? You can't better yourself and show others how to better themselves? That sounds like ignorance right there. At its finest. Not even at its finest, at its worst. What's wrong, baby? You over there having a nightmare? Mama Mila. Come here. Oh, come here. There you go. It's okay. It's okay. I know. You was over there. You was over there having a little nightmare, huh? So, say hey, Mila. Everybody, this is Mila. She's a rescue. And apparently, her previous owners abused her. So sometimes she be having some little nightmares. It's okay. You here. You here. It's okay. Okay? So sometimes she be having some nightmares. Sometimes I just gotta wake her up and let her know that she's not where she used to be. And it's okay. Your secret's safe with me. Okay? Okay. If you want to, you can go lay down. Alright? I just want you to know you're okay. Okay? Okay? Alright. Come on. Hop down. No? You want to stay here? That's fine.
Hey, he want clicks and views. He wants y'all to see him looking like a fucking idiot on the internet.
I think he's recording it so that in the future, when he gets better and he can actually articulate himself well, he can show you guys the older videos and be like, hey, do y'all remember when I used to read like this? Now I read like this. Now I speak like this. I don't think he's doing this for money. I genuinely don't. Like, I feel like Kai's made enough money off of content. How much did he's made millions from his subathons. I don't think this is for money.
He talking about some, oh, I don't care what people think about me. Bro, you being performative as fuck right now. This nigga is setting up his fucking camera and listening to Frank Ocean and crying. He's 24, dog.
I think this dude is really upset that Kai is being open and vulnerable with his audience. And he might be upset because he doesn't have the courage to be vulnerable in front of his audience. He might be upset because Kai has an opportunity to really be vulnerable and successful. He's probably upset because he wishes he could be vulnerable. He wishes that people would pay attention to him. So like I said in a previous video, when people start calling you names or talking down on you or saying you're subprimal, that's because internally they feel as if they are subprimal. So then they try to talk down on somebody else to lift themselves up. But anytime you have to talk down on somebody, you're not lifting yourself up. You're just trying to push somebody down so that where you're at seems like it's above something, when in actuality it's not. If you want to elevate yourself, elevate yourself. Cenat ain't talking bad about nobody. He not talking down on nobody. He is literally sharing his current experience. And if you getting mad because he's sharing his current experience, then you probably should check yourself instead of checking Kai. So, all blessings to you, brother. But check your vibes, my dude. Check your vibes. Your vibes is a screaming lack of confidence. Your vibes are screaming, whatever they screaming. Whatever reason you have, whatever reason you have to be upset at Cenat for improving himself, that's your business, sir. Ain't got nothing to do with me, and it definitely has nothing to do with Kai. Kai's doing what he believes he should be doing with the platform that he has, with the following that he has, with the influence that he has. And you're mad that he's using that influence to show other people that, hey, there's nothing wrong with reading. He's using that influence to show, hey, even if you can't read right now, even if you don't speak very well right now, that doesn't mean you can't get there or work towards it. This man is in real life solo leveling, and you're hating on him because he's leveling up. Look in the mirror, my dog, before you talk about anybody else.
Y'all gotta stop dick sucking this nigga, man. What the fuck is going on in 2026? Am I missing something, dog? I went to fucking school. I can fucking read. He's learning fucking phonics. That's some shit you learned in elementary school. He don't know how to sound out words. Are we serious, dog?
Like, I genuinely think this dude is just hating just to hate. And this is one of the people who just choose to hate on Kai instead of actually understanding what he's doing. Because it's just easier to hate. It's way easier to just be like, oh, he's recording himself. Oh, he's stupid. Kai's dumb. Like, it's so easy to do that. And this isn't me trying to throw a stray at Kai, but the dude is from New York. Hey, cut him some slack, bro. New York does not have the best education system. Also, I stated earlier that Kai is getting into fashion and starting a brand. And a lot of people online were mad at that, saying, what does he know about fashion because his outfits from 2021 weren't the best, which I don't understand, because you're telling me that he has to dress the same in 2021 and in 2026. I really don't understand that. And also, let's just break it down. Back in 2021, Kai was new to the money. He was dressing like all the rappers, wearing Dior, Amiris, and all these boring, expensive clothing because he was new.
Boring, expensive clothing for companies that don't support us. Boring and expensive clothing that fund them, that don't help us, that don't help him. You spending $600 on a black t-shirt and not a penny of that $600 is funding none of the schools that our community goes to, none of the families that's struggling, none of the kids that's homeless or families that's homeless. Kids that don't really have their parents because either father is absent for whatever reason, mom is unavailable for whatever reason, regardless if it's emotional, regardless if it's mental, regardless if it's physical. You got plenty of people out here that's struggling, and these dudes are spending money and funds on things that ain't helping nobody. You know what would happen? If, just say for example, let's talk about FUBU. If rather than sitting here spending money on Ciroc, on Nike, on Dior, Balenciaga, Versace, what's another one of these brands? Whatever the case is, if you would take that same money spent on them, Gucci, and spent it on black-owned businesses, you know how helpful that would have been for other people, for people that are foreclosing on their homes because banks don't want to give them a loan, for schools that don't have up-to-date textbooks because the education system seems those schools is forfeitable or disposable. Like, I look around Mississippi right now, and it's not all over Mississippi. It's mainly in Jackson. Jackson, Mississippi, it's tough. Schools need help. Parents need help. Communities need help. But you go right outside. Jackson is here. You go right here, right outside of Jackson. You got Madison, you got Gluckstadt, you got Pearl, you got all these places right outside of the black community. Thriving. Within the black community, no support. You got people in power lining their own pockets. You got people in these high positions taking kickbacks. So the only way that you can get a contract in that area is to pay to play. It's no longer people helping people. It's no longer our community helping our community. It's no longer being a good Samaritan. It's how can I profit off of this? How can I make money off of this? Not what can I do for my people. What can I do for my people is irrelevant in this day and age. It's around. It's here. Chivalry ain't all the way dead. But it's a dying breed for sure. That's another topic for another video.
To the money. But as time went on, he developed a style. Once again, can this man just not change? Like, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. If he was still rocking Dior's and Amiris, y'all would make fun of him. But now that he's changing his style, y'all are still making fun of him. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And there was also this ongoing joke on TikTok saying that Kai Cenat had a stylist, when I don't think Kai has ever came out saying that he had a stylist. I think he just genuinely got into fashion. But the thing is, Kai got into fashion quicker than others. Him being rich, he was just able to do that. And I guess fashion dudes didn't like that, so they just decided to hate on the man, which is so stupid, because is he supposed to get into fashion slowly to appease the fashion crowd? Like, I thought fashion was about being you, wearing what you like, and not giving an F what people think and wearing what you want. So why do people care so much about what he's wearing? Just because he wore Amiris back in 2021, he can't change up his style. Things have changed.
Kai Cenat is starting a fashion brand called Vivette. This shit is fucking ridiculous. I'm not the first to say it because everyone is basically clowning him online, which is crazy. I was expecting like at least a little bit of support in the comments. I'm not seeing any, dude. Everyone sees right fucking through this shit. I can't believe that this is happening, to be honest. Like, all of a sudden, he's over here talking about shit that inspire. I've never fucking heard him even talk like this. He's an entirely different new person. All of a fucking sudden, he's wearing like different hats and shit. I just can't believe it. The journal is damn near offensive. It's almost fucking offensive, dude. Like, it's the fakest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. All of this shit is obviously very, very fake. Someone told him, you want to rebrand, where are we gonna go? Here you go. And then just watched like
Kai Cenat literally had no reason to rebrand except his own reason. There was no conspiracy against him. There was no, he did something shady like Logan Paul did or like Pokimane did or like whoever. He did none of that happen. None of that happened. He ain't been in no, drama, whatever. So Kai Cenat literally has no reason to have to rebrand, except the fact that he wanted to, except the fact that he's probably doing things that he would appreciate that he did 5 years from now. So forget what everybody talking about. Kai, you need a model? Holla at me. I'll definitely rock it. I don't care what nobody say. And guess what? People that want to say something, they probably see all these negative comments and they be scared to say something. So fuck them.
I don't know, probably took like 3 look at LA influencer TikToks and was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because yes, it's corny. What he's doing is corny and it's stupid, and all of his shit is gonna be super expensive. But a lot of you motherfuckers look like that. A lot of you motherfuckers look exactly like that. And now that image is being presented outside of the LA scene, people are looking at it and being like, this shit fucking sucks. Oh my lord, please let this have an impact on the LA fashion scene, and maybe just stop copying and pasting the same fucking fashion influencers. Because like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is how you guys look. This is exactly how you guys look. I almost want to say it's satirical, but
So what was you saying when Yeezy dropped his line of clothing? What did you say when Yeezy dropped his line of shoes with Adidas? That hoodie you wearing look like it's a Yeezy hoodie. And Yeezy's clothing line is about simplistic and minimalistic styles. So I'm not understanding what are you talking about right now? When look at what you're wearing. Do you have a clothing line? Don't believe so. So why are you trying to critique somebody else? You don't critique Balenciagas when they come up with these ridiculous shoes, with these ridiculous dresses. You ain't critiquing Gucci when they come up with something stupid.
it's not. I think Kai Cenat's being for real. The sad part about this is people are going to buy it. People are 100% going to buy it.
Sad part is that people talking so negatively about it as if it's a bad thing. The sad part is the fact that you got a young man out here trying to better himself, do better within himself, not just out here for a cash grab. Like he if he wanted money, he would be gambling like everybody else that is getting money. If he wanted money, he would be controversial like everybody else that's getting this money. He's not doing it for the money. He's doing it because he literally wants to better himself. Why is that an issue? I don't understand why that is such an issue. And it's what my man say. It's jamming my Glock. It's grinding my gears. It's blowing my high. Whatever you want to call it. It's making my butt itch. That's what it's doing. The fact that you got a man out here really trying to better himself. Not just make money. Literally trying to better himself. And so many people are talking bad about him. I'm not going to say the whole world because it's not the whole world. But so many people are talking down about it. So many people are talking so negatively about the fact that he's trying to better himself. And I don't care. You can call it a gimmick. You can call it whatever you want to. But guess what? If it was a gimmick, it wouldn't be something that he could continue doing. If he was, you can only act for so long. If he was acting, he wouldn't be looking up words while recording. You wouldn't know he had to look up words. He would have read it the first time, and then he would have recorded himself reading it correctly, and that would have been all you seen. You saying it's going to be expensive when you don't even know how expensive it's going to be. The man's already a millionaire off of streams, off of YouTube alone. He could charge whatever he want to. You don't know if it's going to be expensive. I don't know if it's going to be expensive. I don't know what this dude know. I'm going to say that. But I don't know if it's going to be expensive. And I don't think it's going to be that expensive. But that's just me, though.
No doubt in my fucking mind, people are going to buy this shit. And that sucks. That really sucks. But Vivette, we will not be copying. And if you do cop, you're a lost cause.
I feel like this is the same thing as like if a streamer makes music, people aren't gonna listen to the music because it's a streamer. Because it's Kai, people aren't gonna buy it, but they'll buy Chrome Hearts, they'll buy Dior, they'll buy all that stuff. But since it's a streamer, they're like, nah, F that. I'm never gonna touch that. That's corny. Oh, he's lame. Like, I just think this whole thing is so cringe. And I love this comment right here that says, people can't grow into a new person now. It's like people just don't want Kai to change. They want him to stay the same. They want to keep him in the box, but he's trying to break out of that box, which I think is fine. And this comment right here even pisses me off. It's performative and LARP, and it makes me cringe out. It's like this person just learned a few words off TikTok and just started spamming it. And this is the perfect comment. Y'all hate him when he sits in front of a camera being too loud, and y'all hate when he's being mature and following his passion. Once again, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. But yeah, my overall thoughts, I don't think this is a gimmick. Once again, damned if being too loud, and y'all hate when he's being mature and following his passion.
I was trying to figure out, like, I thought there was a misspelling or something.
Once again, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. But yeah, my overall thoughts, I don't think this is a gimmick. And I've said it numerous times on this channel. It doesn't matter what Kai does. People are always going to find a reason to just hate on him. He could find the cure to cancer and people will still find a way to hate. Like, it's sad. But that's what comes when you're striving to be great. Like, when you're at the top, a lot of people are just going to hate. Just to hate. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this man reading books and posting about it, because if that's going to influence other people to do it, hey man, I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that than a bunch of people watching Jack Doherty and getting influenced to harass people and just be a public nuisance. But hey, only time will tell. And if I'm wrong, I'll make a video saying that I was wrong. I genuinely will. But as of now, I don't think that this is a gimmick or anything. I think this is Kai being serious. He's being mature and he's growing as a person. And I just want to say kudos to Kai for that. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All that being said, this is going to wrap up the video. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you. Twitch Cameron WAK, Twitter Cameron WAK, Instagram Cameron WAK, Discord link in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be right up here on the screen. All that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
Man, just like what he said. I know this is a long video. Been here for a little over an hour. Hour and 15 minutes. Might be an hour and 20 minutes by the time this video actually ends. But I really just want to say I really appreciate y'all sticking around. Thank you for enjoying the content. I know I've gone on some lengthy tangents this video, but if you stuck around to the end, thank you. Excuse me, but thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that there's some people out there that really appreciate growth, that appreciate doing better for yourself. And for you guys, even if you don't appreciate it, I just hope and pray that y'all end up where y'all want to be. Hope that y'all do good for the community and the people that surround you. I hope you have real lasting friendships. People that care, not just about what you do, but about your well-being, your mental, because mental health is a real thing. And in a world where you can connect with anybody, we're also living in a world where we're more disconnected than ever. So if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. And from the east to the west, peace.